So the next thing in our notes is the power of the point theorem. And you have to say it like that. The power of the point. Yes. Theorem. All right, so you have three situations. The first situation is A times B equals C times D. So see how those are two different parts of the same segment? A times B equals C times D. All right. The next one is we do the entire segment multiplied by the outside. So the entire segment would be x plus w multiplied by w. The entire segment, z plus y, multiplied by the outside.
Multiplied by the y.
There are proofs for these. I can direct you to a website. I looked at them and when I went, nah. And then I just put these on here. We're going to memorize these. I'll put the proofs up so you can look at them if you want. All right. This one is t multiplied by t. So this one and these two are very similar. It's just that this one, the entire length of the segment is outside. So you have the entire length of the segment multiplied by the part that's outside. They just happen to be the same thing. And then for the second one, we say the entire length of the segment multiplied by the outside. There are proofs for these. I will put them up for you. I did not feel like doing them. I figured if I did the proofs, you guys would like zone out and be like, oh, sure, yeah.
Is that what we look like?
Yeah. All right. So let's do example number 10. So this is kind of like situation 2. So we are going to do the entire length of the segment. What's the entire length of the segment?
6 plus 8 times 6.
Yeah, so 6 plus 8 is 14. So we're going to say 14 multiplied by the part that's outside. And then the entire length of the segment multiplied by what's outside. 14 times 6, 84. That was really quick. You are on it. And then we distribute the 7.
Ew. I knew she was going to go, Wait, why can't we just divide by this?
You could.
Oh, so we don't have to distribute?
Yeah, shall we divide instead? What's 84 divided by 7?
Oh, wait, I'm going to do the rest. Is it going to be a disgusting one?
No, I think it goes in evenly.
Yeah. It's 12.
Okay, so 12 equals 7 plus y.
Oh my god, I found the answer. Oh my god, I did it. Do you want to hear it?
Okay, and then minus the 7 and y equals 5.
There's the answer.
That's all of them.
Here we go. Okay, so we're going to do the segment length multiplied by the outside, so that's going to be z times z, equals the length of the segment,
24 times 8.
24 times the outside, which is 8. So z squared equals 192.
Z equals 13.85.
Z equals the square root of 192. And then, I don't know about you guys, but it's been a while since I've simplified a square root before. And I might have forgotten how to do that. So let's go ahead and simplify that square root. Okay.
Just like hand.
Find out what.
So,
Oh, it goes into 64. 64 and 3.
64 and 3.
So it's 8 squared.
Man, that, let me show you my notes after this. So that's 8 square root 3. Let me show you. This is how I did it last night.
By 2 every single round.
That's funny.
I do all the steps.
Michaela looked for the greatest one.
Yeah.
Now I just kind of guess a number.
That was good training for Mrs. Lopez because I think she does that.
Oh, she does
We-
it constantly.
We talked about it actually. It was funny because she talked about how she wanted she like trained students to look for the biggest perfect square that went in there. And I was like, oh, students have a hard time with that. I just make them do the whole factor tree. She's like, I've been moving away from that. It's like, oh, so we do opposite. Which is- But they both work. That's the point. They both work. Yeah. Yeah. She's like, I teach math too, so I make them look for the biggest perfect square. And I'm like, I teach calculus. I have them divide by 2 repeatedly. All right, next one. All right, so we're going to say the length of the entire segment, 34, times the length that's outside, equals the length of the entire segment, multiplied by the outside. All right. 476. Now, do we want to distribute or do we want to divide by 16? Okay, I heard distribute, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Not doing it.
And then when we subtract the 256 over, we get and then we divide the 16 over.
So if there's nothing on the outside, we'll multiply by 1.
No, so for this is the one that was situation 1 that's a little bit different than the other ones. And it's just one side of the segment multiplied by the other side of the segment. One side of the segment multiplied by the other side of the segment.
So it's like a cross.
Yeah. Okay, so for this one, we're going to say, now this is kind of tricky to see what goes with what. The 3 is this part right here. And the m is this part right here. So we're going to say 6.5 times m equals 3 times 7. And then what do we do? And apparently I didn't feel like getting my calculator out because I left my answer like this last night. Anyone want to tell me what we get when we do that?
3.231.
Maybe less confusing sounding?
3.23.
3.23. Is that the whole thing?
No.
3.2307692.
07, so 231. Okay. What if we wanted the exact answer?
You just put
It's not getting
Hit the math button. Frac. Enter.
Wait, so what?
Oh, 42 over 13.
42 over 13. So when you did 21 divided by 6.5, then you hit the math button.
So after you do it?
And number 1 will take your answer and turn it into a fraction.
Number 2 will turn it into a decimal.
Number 2 will turn it into a decimal.
Oh,
42 over 13.
Wait, mine's strictly the decimal one.
Yeah. It'll start with the decimal one. That's fine.
That would be it. No, then when I clicked it, it's like fractions.
And it gave you a decimal. Did
Do
you?
it again.
Yeah. Try it from scratch.
Entire equation. And then no,
And if it has a square root, it works.
Yeah. All right. So we have a new packet for today. Here's the plan for the rest of the week. You're gonna have a packet today that you're gonna work on. It's shorter than yesterday, so you might even finish it in class. And then over the weekend, you're gonna finish yesterday's packet and today's packet. You are not gonna have a video.
Is it going to be based off of just these notes?
Yep. Yep. You are going to work on your cheat sheet because I will probably let you use your cheat sheet for a longer period of time since there were like 57 million circled conjectures between yesterday's notes and today's notes. Okay? Yeah.
Is there a quiz or a test?
There's a quiz on Wednesday. So I would say over the weekend, you're going to finish the packets. You're going to work on a cheat sheet because you'll probably get to use it for more than the normal amount of time, like for a chunk of time, because there's so many things to memorize that are kind of silly to memorize, to be honest. Okay. Any questions? Make sense? Make sense? Okay. Who wants a blue copy? All right. Michaela gets a blue copy. Who wants half blue, half white?